Afternoon all, how are we all doing? Sorry, I forgot to schedule the live stream for this afternoon this morning, so I just realised there was no scheduled stream. So I've quickly made one. Here we are. How's everyone doing? Right, where are we? So, news-wise this afternoon, we have Bailey. Sorry, no we don't. We had Bailey earlier. We've got the BOC business survey this afternoon, so nothing exciting to look at there. So pretty weak news this afternoon. Nothing much has happened today so let me just get my pen. Where's it gone? Over there. So nothing much has happened today. We had this obviously big push down this morning on the DAX. We had that little accumulation. We've pushed up and we've basically just sat in accumulation. So we haven't gone anywhere. We opened here and we're pretty much back to where we were. So afternoon, Profster. So yeah, I've scalped this a couple of times this morning. About 350-ish up this morning. Nothing much. I haven't managed to get anything really. No movement. So I've managed to scalp a couple of these little shorts, but nothing wonderful today. So yeah, pretty rubbish session. Just literally push down, push back up again, sat sideways. This afternoon, obviously we've had a bit of a push. It's the afternoon. Since we had that push up on the US indices, we've had a little bit of a push down, which is pulling back at the moment. So potentially. It may want to go short this afternoon. So I'm thinking shorts again. But we'll wait and see what happens at the open. I'm going to monitor the S&P. DAX, Mr. DAX. Yep, DAX has not gone anywhere. Mr. DAX. Sideways. FX pairs this morning. We've got 5 minutes to the open. FX pairs, we've had Euro Swiss hit ADR. So big drop down. That's only literally just happened, that one. Afternoon, Bruno. Yeah, so big drop down on the euro. The euro's been coming down all morning on the euro US dollar. It's just been a very, very steady drop all morning. Lovely little trend. Euro Swiss has just fallen out of bed basically at the end there. If you look at all the others, Swiss franc, a little bit of strength showing, but no real movement. This is where we opened, and we are back to where we started. So no real amazing movement anywhere. But the euro's been pretty weak. So the euro's been the main mover of the day. Nice drops on that. So any shorts you got on euros, very well done. I've been looking to short the euro for ages. Haven't got anything on myself, but yeah, nice looking shorts there. US dollar CAD has also come down. So we just dropped out the bottom there. But apart from that, not a lot else. Bit of a rubbish little session. So a few things extended on the hourlies, mainly the euros. So all these euros on the hourlies. Euro CAD's just hit ADR as well. So all the euros basically are extended, but obviously we're looking to take shorts on them, so not really looking to long these. And 4 hours, nothing. So yeah. Nothing exciting. Euro New Zealand is 125 now, so big move on Euro New Zealand. So again, if you look at these Australasians, not a lot of movement on these again today, apart from New Zealand dollar. So is that New Zealand dollar strength we've got? Yeah, a bit of New Zealand dollar strength showing as well. Not a massive amount though. Fairly decent, but yeah, overall pretty boring session. Afternoon, Neo. James, everything looks exhausted except EU. That's maybe reaching a turning point. Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I would never be longing the euro. Euro is a short for me, but getting extended on these, we could get bounces off of ADR on these. But I'd much rather see it hit ADR to the upside to look for short opportunities. US dollars not had a particularly strong day, obviously, so far. But obviously, it's the Asian, the London session, so pretty much sideways So the euro's just coming down on its own accord at the moment. If we get some US dollar strength this afternoon, obviously this one's going to come down even harder. But yeah, I wouldn't want to be longing the euro. Really big drops on the euro. If we just had some news coming through. No. Just checking the news quickly. UK's Finance Minister Sunak has requested the UK Royal Mint to create an NFT. Really? Oh dear. Sorry, I'm just helping somebody who's got a problem with an indicator. My pinging going off. Right, so this afternoon we are going to concentrate on the. I'm going to have a look at the either S&P or the Nasdaq this afternoon. I think possibly the Dow. I'll see what happens. But there's no real movement on anything, so it's just a case of picking whatever moves out the gates the fastest. Really, I think. Oh, excuse me. Just bought Elden Ring. I have been sleeping on it for the last 2 days. Just bought Elden Ring. I don't even know what that is. Elden Ring. Is that a game? A lot of selling pressure just started to come in. Okay, markets open. So a lot of selling came in before the open there on the S&P. Let's have a quick look at where we are on the dailies on these at the minute. So just pushed up on the daily on the US indices. No particularly exciting levels. Dow is weaker than the rest. So I think at the moment really we're just looking to target yesterday's highs and yesterday's lows. There's no real other levels of interest at the moment. A Souls game. Oh, right. Okay. Don't play those. Short on the DAX right now, are you? Okay. Yeah, I'll be looking for shorts on the DAX. I'm just giving it a little bit of time to open up and just see where the movement comes in. Nasdaq looks like it's rejecting very nicely at the moment. Dow's fallen out of bed completely. So we're just down at these lows, trying to make new lows on the Dow. Lots of sellers coming in. Okay, I'm going to sell stop under the lows on the DAX. Also going with a sell stop on the S&P. So big strong push down to start with, obviously just pre-market, and then as we opened up. So opening range is going in. We've got 2 minutes left on this yet. This morning we had this big sell-off right at the open. So I'm looking for S&P to come down and just test these lows from the previous session initially. What do you trade with now? Still with Axie? Who do I trade with? Well, I've just got funded, so I'm trading with my Forex funds at the moment. So I'm just trading their money. And I'm trading with Robo Forex. Axie had lots of problems, apparently. I saw in the group overnight. People getting margin calls because they were moving accounts around or something. Short one the S&P, short one on the DAX. So I'm not trading with Axie anymore. I just switched brokers basically. Axie I was just getting really bad spreads with. And I wanted to start trading indices more. So I switched to a broker that's got more fixed spreads and tighter spreads on indices. Robo Forex seems to be the best out there at the minute. For MT4 anyway. Dow is coming down very hard. Absolutely flown out the lows on the Dow. S&P is just still pushing down. Nasdaq's trying to recover at the moment at the open. So there's your 5 minute opening ranges in. So see if we can hold these shorts. Software update problem with Axie. They fixed a lot of the issues, but it was little concerning. Yeah, if you're getting margin call emails, it's worrying because normally a margin call they just close your positions, don't they? It's all automated. So normally when you get a margin call, you're in big trouble. But if it's a software issue, it's okay. As long as you're not getting your positions closed out. Dow still coming down. I got fairly wide stop on this S&P and given it a bit of room on the DAX as well. Nasdaq's pushing new highs. Nasdaq's really pushing new highs. Just challenging high day at the moment. S&P's not, Dow's not. So I suspect Nasdaq's a really good short here. All the other indices are coming down pretty hard, unless the Nasdaq is leading the way today, and obviously then we're going to go long, and Nasdaq's first out the gates, which it is sometimes. Certainly got a new high of the day on the Nas now. Bulls are starting to come in. Went from plus 5k margin to a margin call for minus 16k. Jesus. Yeah, that would be worrying. Very worrying. Considering you're liable for that money as well. I never had a problem with Axie, but I started experiencing little like technical glitches, freezes on the platform. The spreads started to widen. Every now and again, execution was slow. They went from being my broker of choice to just, I don't know, just didn't seem as slick for some reason. I had a few people saying they're having customer service issues with them as well. But I don't have any problem with that. Actually, I've been with them for years. I've still got my accounts with them. I just don't have actually have any money in there at the minute. I took it all out. I trade my S&P investment account. My long-term sort of pension fund account is with Darwin X. Although I'm not trading that at the moment because the S&P is in a decline. We're in a bear market. That's on hold. The other money I've got in Robo at the moment. Looks like we've got longs coming in. I'm just going to close this S&P out minus 0.2 rather. Nasdaq's flying. So we're up at potential resistance on the Nasdaq here. Taking one more short on the DAX. We're just rejecting those highs and going short on the S&P again. Shouldn't really have taken that off. Got off a little bit. I didn't actually see where we were on the Nasdaq. I just saw the Nasdaq shooting out the highs. I didn't realise we were going straight into resistance there. This quite possibly still going to go short from here. Double top on the DAX. Oh no, that's gone now. God, what a messy open. Big down day for the Euro New Zealand. Potential for a long. Wow. Okay. DAX double topping. Are we ever going to get this short gap fill on the DAX? Uh, 45.64. Yeah, it's way at the top. Blimey. Yeah, be careful with these euros. I mean, they're coming down hard. I wouldn't want to get in front of these today. You may get an ADR bounce. You starting to get a little bit of ejection on some of these, but I'd be much more interested in shorting these on a pullback. Okay, seem to be stalling out up at these highs at the minute. Decent level of absorption going in at the highs here. S&P's not able to really crack any higher at the minute. DAX is getting through now. There we go. Just got stopped out on my other account, minus 400. There goes the morning's profit. Well, $88. Still in profit. So now I've just been stopped out on DAX on my other account. We should go short. I'm going to hold these shorts. Come on. Make your mind up. I'm not quite sure where the DAX is going to go, if it's going to go long from here. It's just kind of continuation back up to the upside. So I don't think we're going to get that by the looks of things. Not quite sure why it's so bullish. They've stopped all the buses going into Mariupol. Everybody's being murdered. The war doesn't seem to be stopping. Should be negative for the market, surely. It's not good, is it? Got some bears starting to kick in now. Lack of news today. This is a problem. The market's just stuck, really, without any direction. Don't really want a choppy session again like we had today. Dangerous. So I might try another short up at these highs with a very tight stop on. If we break these highs, I don't really want to be in it. Short one more on the S&P. Tight stop on this though. We need Putin. We need Putin to come and say something, shake up the market. So basically looking for, looking for these highs to hold on DAX. S&P looking for market structure to hold short for a new leg down and break these lows. Current plan. We had a big sell-off at the start. Very bearish open. We had some bearish price actions coming in before the open as well. So I think this is potentially just a pullback for a short. But we don't seem to have any real directional bias at the minute across anything. The Dow's the only thing really that's gone out the gates this afternoon. Nice big short on the Dow, making new lows. But Nasdaq flying off to the highs. Dow flying off to the lows. Make of that what you will. Certainly seems a little bit more bearish than bullish to me though at the moment. Did anybody get on any of these euros today? We did look at all these this morning, these euros, for short opportunities, but don't know if anybody got on any of them. If you did, should have done pretty well out of these, depending what time frame you're looking at, but big drops. Short EU, 2 positions, adding another who breaks the low. Yeah, good. Yeah, still got room. This is obviously, that's more likely where we're headed with the euro US dollar, but I mean, this thing could completely fly out the floor. It's been a grind on EU though. Got maybe 50 pips on the first position. Yeah, it has been. Although they were fairly easy to look at getting into today, these euros, actually holding them on the way down would have been pretty hard because you've had some really strong bullish price action. But God, there's a load of buying pressure coming in. God. Wow, I just got spectacularly stopped out of the DAX and the S&P. I'm flat, -6, minus point. What was that point? -0.2 now. Wow. Okay. Whipsaws today. James holding them till 1.096. On what? Euro US dollar? 1.096? That's miles away. Okay, DAX made new highs. Stevie, short the Euro New Zealand closed for plus 100. Very nice. Looking for bounce near the 4-hour support. Yeah, be careful with that Euro New Zealand. We've got a strong New Zealand dollar, obviously, which keeps strengthening up. There's a danger on the euros of just going sideways. Oh, I was looking at the wrong one. Yeah, I was looking at euro odd instead of euro US dollar at 1.096. Yeah, these are all. Danger with the euro is you don't get the pullback, you just get the accumulation and drop. But yeah, they may all bounce. It's very, very difficult to tell. We've got very strong indices, so potentially weak US dollar, which will obviously push this up, but I don't trust these indices long at the moment. We still haven't gone anywhere today. We're just back up where we closed on Friday. So, you know, literally today we've just dumped, come back up, accumulated, dumped again. We haven't gone anywhere yet. Obviously, if you look at these on a daily chart, we're just basically kind of back within the range. Dow, DAX. It's all a bit sideways. Look at that. Brought the whole lot back. Okay, sell stop under the DAX. Wow. Buyers. Sending the S&P up at the highs. No, it wants to go long today, isn't it? What a whipsaw. Tricky. Very nice rejection on the DAX. Again, back up at the opening range lows from this morning. Yeah, S&P's flying. Yeah, I'm out of this sync with this one again today. Really struggling with these indices at the open at the moment. It's just complete whipsaw. They literally take you one way, take you the other way. And then as soon as you start to get long, they short it. It's just algorithmically, they are just literally either too strong to get on, same as we had this morning, no way you can get on. Then they obviously take it back the other way. You can't get on that way. They're just not allowing you to get in at the minute. There's no pullbacks. There's no trends. It's literally move it so that no one can get advantage of it and then go sideways and whipsaw for the session. It's just real nasty, fast price action. Dow. Complete dump. Straight back to where we started. Which way's that one going today? Awful. Going to sell stop again under the DAX. Blimey. How's everybody else doing? Anybody made any money at the open yet? Got to be in and out within a candle, basically. So starting to show signs of weakness on the DAX anyway. What is going on? Good question. What is all this? Look. ECB's Basel net bond buying could end as soon as July. Blimey, brought that forward. Negative rates could end by the turn of the year. We know all about that. Oh God, Sunak, shut up. UK's Finance Minister Sunak, it's my ambition to make the UK the global hub for crypto asset technology. Good luck with that, Richie. Proster, I made $0. You're doing better than me. At least the Dow just gave me back what the DAX took from me this morning. Excellent. I'm the opposite. I had a really good morning, and now I've just given the whole lot back. Went from positive $330 to negative $328. $600 in 10 minutes. Not bad, eh? Total whipsaw. Still not sure where it's going. DAX is still sitting up at those highs. Everything's sitting at the highs at the minute. Kind of want to take it long, but there's just total contradiction at the moment. The thing that screwed me this afternoon, was that watching the Dow collapse, watching the S&P come down, and watching the Nasdaq go through the roof. Just no idea which way it's going, is it? One goes up, one goes down. You've got no chance of getting any directional bias off of that. Just got stopped out on another DAX. Christ. I think I might have to stop. Otherwise, I'm just going to give this all back today. Well, I've given it all back today already, but I'm just still want to give my profits from last week back. I don't know which way this is going. I haven't got a clue. Really haven't got a clue which way this is going today. We haven't gone anywhere. All we've done is take everybody's money and come back to where we started. So I'm not really sure this is something I can really trade today. I want to fade all this, but 25 minutes straight up. 99% sure it's a fade. I've tried to fade it twice and been stopped out twice. So, you know, if you try and fade it again, quite possibly it's going to push up again, isn't it? Seems to be a lot of accumulation on Forex today. Only 4 pairs reached ADR. Yeah, it was still the euro. Basically, it's just euro. The only thing that has been manipulated all day really has been the euro today. And I don't know why. There's no news on it at all really at the minute. So I'm not quite sure why that's tanked quite so hard and everything else has been sort of fairly sideways. London sessions are all pretty sideways apart from the euros. And obviously any movement we manage to get seems to all be being undone at the moment. So a lot of volatility coming in, but no real reason. So tricky. Nice high on the Aussie yen. We're just tapping into yesterday's high there at the minute. Potentially a good short. Don't appear to have any. We came off. Pound yen came off yesterday's high as well. Just attacking 2-day go high on New Zealand yen. Weakness on the yen again. Okay, DAX rejection. Try and get. So we're basically back at the close, or well, back at the open again. So see if we can get a short out of this DAX up here. I think they just pushed the euro last week on the prospect of a peace deal. Yeah, it's the same. I've been saying all last week. Basically, what seems to be happening at the moment is you get any signs of peace and we get a big push. Any signs of continuation or no peace and we get a dump. Which is why I made loads of money off Putin last week. Putin not tweeting, but Putin coming out and saying not interested in this, that and the other. And obviously the market tanks. So you just got to be in the market in the right direction when something comes out with the news to do with Ukraine at the moment. That's the best way to make money, but it's obviously pot luck as whether you're in the right position at the right time. Anyone trading NG? What's NG? Not familiar with that. Okay, starting to show signs of weakness up on the Nasdaq as well, and the S&P. Not that means anything at the moment, but we have stalled on the initial push. Oh, yes, natural gas, right? No, haven't been trading gas. Big strong push on US dollar yen to the upside. US dollar Swiss is pushing as well. Wow, one bar pullback, potential long on the DAX. S&P going again for the highs. So I'm just looking to get a fade on the S&P. Somewhere back down into the moving averages and back down into this gap. Obviously to do that we've got to break back down through this double top. So if we get that break through that double top, potentially we could just come straight back down again. I'm not convinced this wants to go long today, but Nasdaq's coming off the highs quite nicely. We've still got 2.5 minutes on these candles, but certainly showing signs of weakness. We're starting to stall up here. We've got long wicks to the upside. So it looks like it wants to short, but how far? Difficult to tell. Wasn't expecting it to completely go out the gates like that. So Dixie going for the high. Yeah. US dollar's got a good chance of pushing today. Ukraine war raises the chance of inflation, of an inflation undershoot. More doom and gloom. Scared to turn on the news at the moment. Every now and again you run the chance that they might put a positive story in. Good news doesn't sell news, does it? Just gathered up into that short on the S&P. I'm just going to spread these DAX trades out. I don't want to get in too tight. What have I got? 480. New sanctions on Russia being announced by the EU as well today. Okay, second position short on the DAX. So just tapping into these highs. So I need to see what reaction we get here. So we stalled at the highs. So see if this is just a pullback or if we are going to be able to undo this and start breaking lows again. But at the moment, the only reason I'm short in the DAX is because there's such a long way to undo basically on the other indices at the moment. The Dow hasn't managed to break back above those highs. So all we've done on the Dow basically is pull back up into these lows and reject. So break down below there potentially looks good for shorting, which means we should get some downward movement on the S&P and the NAS, but they seem to be very, very strong at the moment. What's Euro US dollar up to? Still coming down, so strong US dollar. Good absorption showing across all indices at the highs. So a lot more sellers out there at the moment than there are buyers, which is good. Whoa, what was that? See that? Massive dump on the S&P there. That was a big... we were sitting up at the highs there and we suddenly dropped like big push to the downside came in. Second short S&P. Okay, putting another sell stop below these highs. Come on, DAX, follow suit. Okay, 7 seconds left on these candles. We're rejecting the highs at the moment. Potential bounce. DAX is holding up fairly well at the moment. Dow's rolling over. So we have got some bearish price action starting on the Dow off of that double top. So hopefully this initial sell, we had really good strong sell come in at the open, which is what's made me look short for this today. This price action, this, I'm not quite sure where this thing came from, but initially out the gates we were looking short. We were short in Globex, we were short out the gates at the open. It's obviously just completely whipsawed out the top, unfortunately for most people, because they would have gotten short on it, but seems to be starting to kick in now. Still very strong on the NAS as well. We are showing signs of rejection at the highs, but it's not coming down very quick or convincingly. Come on, DAX. DAX is holding up at the highs at the minute. Obviously, the potential for a bounce off of that. I want to see this close and hold, ideally below these highs at some point in the next 10 minutes. Loads of sales coming in now. Okay, closing out. Top position there, 0.7%. Just reducing risk in case we get big spike to the upside. This could just be a pullback if we're going to go long. ADR on euro pound. So euro still weak. Swiss franc looks very weak as well. So euro's pushing up against the Swissy. We are bottoming out on the euro New Zealand as well. So struggling to get through these lows. We are very extended, obviously, way beyond 125 ADR now, so it's going to start to run out of steam down there. Wow, it's all been bought up. What a nightmare. Okay, stopped out on the S&P. God, what a whippy horrible day. Reducing the risk on the DAX. I don't like the look of this. Very whippy. Dow's just completely reversed itself. Just came down and retested these lows. Buys a step straight in there. We've got more buying pressure coming in, as you can hear at the minute. Whoa. Jesus. Back up, retesting the highs. Wow, DAX is really off. I'm going to stop trading today. I've just lost 1,000 on the funded account, so I'm going to have to stop there. That is my limit for the day. Can't trade this, just total whipsaw. Whipsaw at the open, whipsaw after the open. It's too volatile to trade. I can't get a directional bias on this at all. It's all over the place. I've got one. I've still got a DAX open at the minute, short, and an S&P open short. Stops literally there, and stops there on the S&P. So I am still short on them, but 600 in drawdown. So if this pushes up any higher than those, I'm just going to get stopped out on those positions, and that'll be me done for the day. Terrible. Can't read it at all. How's everybody else doing? Anybody else made any money? Proster? Mr. 1 minute? Bad day. Yeah, okay. Won't ask. Crickets are coming in long, so it's not boding well, is it? We'll see. That's just like the size of that candle, and then that following candle there. Bigger move than the opening range in 2 candles. Terrible chop. Terrible chop. But it does look like the indices want to go long, so I can't really decide where they're going. This is the whole trouble with this market at the moment, is directional bias. There is none. We're in a bear market and we're pushing higher. So we flip long and all of a sudden it collapses. You know, it's just like there is no directional bias or logic to the way this market is moving at the moment. Thought FX was bad. We're stalling out still. I'm Nat's whisker away from getting stopped out up here. Nats don't have whiskers. 1.6% so far. Good job, Bruno. Keep going. You've got all my money in your pocket. I'm out. I'm flat. I'm about $300 away from blowing my account. I'm stopping trading. It's not happening today. Know when you beat. It's got me beat today. 48.5 down is my account blowing level, and I'm $1,400 away from that. So can't take any more trades. Too close. If only they would ring us and tell us which way they are going to go. Yeah, I know. That would be nice. So basically just got stopped out. You watch. Too volatile. Too volatile. Just too much movement, too fast, with no market structure that you can trade. Can't pick it. Unbelievable movement. I'm waiting for a clearer entry. I'm thinking short. I'd be wary with shorts on this today. The problem at the moment is this. When they're moving the market, they're literally moving the market within a couple of candles. And then they are just whipsawing everything to death. And then they're having a strong move for 15, 20 minutes. You've got to be lucky to be in the market at the right time at the moment. No one can make money out of this, really. There's no way you would go, oh, look at that massive collapse. Let's not go short on it. Unless you're long bias from the short open this morning, which, if you are, you're the wrong way round to what you would normally look at with market structure. So it's just an utter mess. Did ride it up after the initial push down, which is where I got your morning loss back. Nice. Yeah, I mean, there's an argument for obviously. I mean, there's no. If this has made a new high here, I'd have been looking at that, but we didn't. We double topped, which is bearish. So all we've done is double top, higher, low. Now we've got a higher high, and now market structure's long, so I wouldn't want to be shorting this today. I'd be long in it, but I'm not. Can't take a risk. Jesus Christ, $1,400. That hurt. Right, I'm out for the day, guys. I can't trade anymore. I'm on $400 over. I'm not quite sure how I've gone $400 over. I must have had a stop in the wrong place. So yeah, I'm done for the day, unfortunately. 48k down? 48.5k? Who? You? No, I'm down to 48. I'm down to 49.5k in my account. It's a 50k account. 48.5k is my stop out level. You're talking about my account, yeah. 48.5k is my stop out level. When I get to 48.5k, they take my account away. I haven't lost 48.5k. I've lost $1,400. That's all. If I'd have lost 48k today, I'd be very, very worried and scared. What I'm doing is very risky. My drawdown reached 13.37%. Eventually, pullback happened. Yeah, that's the thing with your own money. It's not so much of a problem with your own money. My comfort levels is, 10-15% is my comfort level with my own positions. You can't do that with funded accounts, unfortunately. You have to stop trading. Otherwise, you run the risk of losing it. So. Right, so if you want to trade this afternoon, I'll be looking for longs. Obviously, with the DAX, if they're going long, just long, basically. It looks like this bear market's over. Every time I say the bear market's over, it looks like it's not. So everybody's doing the same sort of thing at the minute, just like getting in short term. But you can't trade whipsaws like that today. So I'd be looking for longs at the moment. Stay in line with the trend. Look for pullbacks into the 2050 and assume this thing's going to skyrocket off to the moon. Certainly looks like it wants to at the moment. But obviously if you get anything negative come out about the war, be careful. So keep your stops tight, but not too tight that you're going to get done on the whipsaws like I just got done on the S&P. So I'd be looking for longs this afternoon. Pullback longs. Looks like we're pulling back 2 candles at the moment. Somewhere between 2 and 3 candle pullbacks, and then stops above the highs. Look for long opportunities. But yeah, it's done me. Bruno, when I'm pretend trading, I find myself doing that often, basically scaling into losers until it comes back. Don't have the courage to do that for real. No. If you're on low time frames, scaling into losers is dangerous because you can get easily. I mean, look how far we've got to go today. To ADR. Yeah, if you start scaling in, if you're short on this and you're scaling in, yeah, you could be very deep by the time you get up to ADR there. And then if it accumulates and pushes tomorrow, that's it, you're done. Dangerous on low time frames. High time frames, when you've got RSI extensions, you've had the push the vast majority of the time. On low time frames, we see things like the RSI getting extended for long periods where it will just sit there. Very dangerous. More balls coming in at the minute. Right, I'm going to leave it there, guys, because I'm done for the day. I can't trade anymore. So I'm not going to sit here and watch it, because if I sit here and watch it, I'm going to be tempted to trade. If I'm tempted to trade, I'm likely to lose the account. So I'm not going to do it. Zero Hedge recommends selling the rallies. On what? On the indices? Hedge funds are dumping and retailers are buying. Well, if you sold that rally, you're in trouble. If you sold that rally, you're in trouble. If you bought that dip, you did well. I'd say do completely the opposite to whatever Zero Hedge is saying at the moment. Not quite sure where they're getting that from. But this is the thing, and this is what I was kind of alluding to this morning as well. Sell the rallies. What time frame do you sell the rallies on? Are they talking about selling the daily rallies? Selling the 4-hourly rallies? Selling the 5-minute rallies? It's difficult, isn't it? Someone says it's a sell. It might be a sell on the daily or the weekly chart, but on the M5 chart, it's a long, and it will be for ages. You know, you can't. You've got to have a context to sell the rallies from. Higher day, basically, would be a good spot to start selling. Frankfurt open, exchange open. So we've got 2 potential sells on the DAX this afternoon rather. The rest. Could go anywhere, couldn't it? Wouldn't want to sell that. I really wouldn't want to sell that. But C. Proven myself over and over in the back tester. Sometimes it pays off, but when it fails, it's catastrophic. Yeah. Right, I'm going to shoot off, guys. I'm not here tomorrow afternoon. I'm here in the morning tomorrow, 7:50, same time before the Frankfurt Open. Hopefully get some of these losses back. But I'm not here tomorrow afternoon. I'm out and about tomorrow afternoon, so I won't be trading tomorrow afternoon. If you got anything running overnight, be aware of the Aussie dollar. We got the Aussie dollar interest rates expected to come out as no change, which unlikely they will do anything different. And then tomorrow afternoon we've got services PMI to be aware of. So potentially we've got some decent movement off the back of that for the US dollar. But at the moment we've got a fair old bit of movement anyway. So lots of manipulation going on in the market at the moment, as you can see. So be aware of the Aussie dollar overnight. That's the one that's potentially going to move the most. So the Aussies, just an utter choppy mess. Aussie CAD at the minute. We've just had that drop on the Aussie Swiss. Aussie yen we can ignore really. Aussie New Zealand we've just retested after the move down. So and Aussie US sideways. So again, all of these, no directional bias whatsoever on them. Be looking for shorts on a couple of them, but the rest of them are all sideways, aren't they? So very difficult to see where that would go. Almost worth just playing a short, I think, on the Aussie US and see if you can get gathered up during the news and get a spike. But it's unlikely it's going to move far enough really to make a decent profit unless they announce something different to as expected, which is expected to come out as 0.1. So it's going to take something quite different to a 0.1 to get some really big, strong movement on it, and it will probably be negative. But I don't think they're going to do that. So not really any opportunities that I can see on those at the minute. But if you've got any on, if anybody's still long pound odd, what's that? How doing at the moment? I didn't look at that today. Sorry, this afternoon. Looked at it this morning, didn't we? So we're back in. Yeah, it's just we've got the reverse alert and the retest. We haven't got these highs. Just got to get these highs done. So that could be a decent opportunity for the morning. So if you need to get into any aggressive positions on the pound odds, now's the time to do it. Today at some point before the Australian news. Obviously, it could whipsaw the news, but if the Aussie does drop on it, this could be a nice opportunity to get that moving tomorrow. So we'll see. Right. Have a good afternoon if you're going to continue trading. Good luck. Flip a coin. I would say go long, but hey, I got it wrong all morning and all afternoon. Well, I got it right all morning, got it wrong all afternoon. Paid for it. So good luck if you're going to continue trading that this afternoon. Keep it fairly tight. It's very, very whippy. So make sure you're locking in profit fairly quickly if you're going to continue to trade that, and be wary about trying to fade it because it looks like it's fairly strong this afternoon. All right, guys, I'll be back tomorrow morning, 7:50. Ready for the Frankfurt session. If you need anything else, I'll be in the Telegram group. Have a good afternoon.